Hi everyone, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Aileen, and here we like to talk about all things makeup, mostly luxury makeup, skincare, and fashion. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, I hope you consider subscribing and joining the family. So today it's all about Chanel. I have so much new Chanel that I haven't even played with. And I thought, why not? Let's play with it together. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, then keep on watching. But don't forget to subscribe, comment as you go, and give it a thumbs up. Let's get to it. As far as what's already on my face, I don't have Chanel brow products. I did apply the ABH brow pencil and some Tom Ford fiber brow gel, and it is storming out. So if you hear it, I'm sorry. So I did already color correct. I corrected with the Petch underneath the eyes and some darkness I had here. And with the green just right here by my nose going downward and a little tiny breakout I have there. I have been using my Retin-A again. So I do have like some redness. So I covered that up with those. And that's all I have on my face. So I've really been wanting to try the Vita Lumiere. So my SA was so kind to send me some samples and I can't wait to give them a try. And I know it's more like a tinted moisturizer. So I was like, let me spot conceal because I am going out later. I want to go by Nordstrom. So I did pick up the Rouge Allure Chanel Nude lipsticks. And I got a couple shades. I think it was 215 and 216 that I'm going to return. I know I'll never wear those. They are way too deep, but I am excited that they have a nude in that line for everyone. And let me know if you're interested in me just doing like a quick lip video swatching all the ones I purchased and trying them on. Besides the shades that I'm going to return, I did purchase 6 additional shades. And this is a damp beauty blender. But I believe 215 and 216 are the shades that I'm returning. They were just like chocolate, like really, really deep. But like I said, I'm excited to see Chanel start being more inclusive. Even if it's just with lipsticks, you have to start somewhere, right? And everybody's nude is different. I was a little disappointed with the last cream bronzer that Chanel released because I felt that we had a shade for light and a shade for medium. I really would have liked to see them go a shade deeper. I feel like this may be just a tinge light, as you can see there, but definitely nothing we can't bronze up. And since I am going to Nordstrom to return those, I was like, oh, I would really love to try this before I go. So I'm in Florida. The weather here is humid. Right now it's storming, which means as soon as the storms are over, the humidity is going to be like 100. It's going to be ridiculous. So what better time to try it? Go to Nordstrom, be out in the elements and see how it wears. If I really like it, to purchase a full size. But let me see what it's looking like. It's definitely a light coverage, but although it's a light coverage, it really does a nice job evening out the skin tone. Like, this is a great everyday. I'm definitely gonna have to powder it. There's no way I could wear this without powdering. It's definitely not as emollient and glowy as I expected it to be. It's nice. It's nice. And if you can see that there, it looks very skin-like. The way I did color correct just a little bit, but the way my natural skin peeks through, like my beauty marks there and there. Like, I like how they peek through and you can still see the evenness to the skin. I have quite a few beauty marks on my face, so I really like how they peek through. And if you see the bruise, I apologize. I did slip and fall and tried to catch myself, and instead dropped my arm on the chair and banged it up. But that's good old clumsy me. So far, I am liking that. I don't feel, because I color corrected, that I need too much concealer, but I am going to apply just a tinge. And this was the shade B40. So I am going to apply the Corrector De Chanel, and this is in the shade B30. This is the old formula. I do have a video on the reformulation, and I'll go ahead and link that up above. It's really nice. It's just a little bit more emollient and kind of gives you more time to spread, but the results on how it wears, it's equally as nice. I really could not tell a difference. Had they not told me it was reformulated, I probably would have not been able to tell it had been reformulated. That did a really nice job covering up the under eye. I'm not one to like a really bright under eye, but I'm gonna use BD31, and this is in the new formula, to kind of just get a little lighter and highlight. And that's pretty much the only areas I really like to highlight. I'm not one to highlight my chin because I feel like my chin is a little bit pronounced outward. So I'm not one to highlight that area. It's just a matter of your face, your preference, what you want to bring light to versus what you want to dim down. Very nice. But of course, we have to bring a little bit of warmth to it. And I'm going to do that with the Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. And this is the Tan Deep. And I just like to dab that right in. And this is the Merit brush. I cannot stress enough how much I absolutely love this brush. Absolutely love it. It's like, for me, I can apply my base, I can apply my bronzer, like I can do everything with this one brush. Except for eyeshadow. But my entire base, I can definitely do it with this brush. It's just such a beautiful, natural bronzer. And I say natural now because I'm in Florida. But when I was living in Georgia, I had to use 4 to 5 bronzers just to get this look. I was so pale all the time, unless I was going on vacation. But in Florida, you just walk out to your mailbox and you have a tan. And the Merit brush is angled, so with the sharp edge, I just get that in. If I'm gonna do my nose, I don't always do my nose, but if I'm going to do that, I'll just, with that sharp edge, dip and very lightly. You can see there. And with my finger, I'll just blend it a little bit. Before I proceed, again, I am oily. So I'm going to powder, and I'm using the Chanel Natural Finish Loose Powder, and this is in the shade 40. I'm just going to tap that around and just set that before I keep going. and get oily everywhere. If you are oily, this Chanel powder, whether you get it in your shade or you get it in translucent, it's pretty much a budge proof. It's not going to go anywhere. I like to very lightly put it on my sponge and just really push it into the skin. Not too hard because I don't want to lift my base or anything I've done. But although it does give a matte look, again, I'm so oily, it'll look like a natural healthy glow in just a little bit. Then, because that powder does have a little bit of tint, I will lightly just go right over that. And all these products play nicely with each other. The cream bronzer over the powder, it doesn't lift, it doesn't look cakey. It's just beautiful. It's just gorgeous. So here's the base so far. I think I'm really liking the Vita Lumiere. We're gonna have to see how this looks when we get to Nordstrom. I do have a new palette and I can't wait to compare it to one of the tweeds. I think it's to Pourpre. So I got the 58 Intensite. I'm really excited to give it a try. So this is the palette here. And here it is swatched. So with the BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy A502, I'm just going to create a quick eye look. I will try to use all 4 shades so you can see them in action. That was the deepest shade. And then with this top shade, I'm just going to, with the same brush, nothing fancy, just really soften that up a little bit. Now I'm going to pat some more of that darker shade in. Next, with a Tom Ford 03, just a flat shadow brush, I'm going to put the satin purple shade all over the lid. Then I'm thinking I'm going to pop the gold right in the middle. And with my finger, just going to pop a little of that gold right in the center. Very pretty. This is nice. It's definitely more pigmented than the Tweed Pourpre palette. I'm going to add that gold as an inner corner. So the Tweed palettes, they're really nice. But they're nothing extraordinary. Curvray will be the most pigmented, and that is the browns and the one that has like the gold topper shade. It's beautiful. For me, that's more of an evening eye look. If I don't use the gold, I could definitely pull it off during the day and it won't be a big deal. And my favorite of the 4 was definitely Fauve. I loved that palette. I love the color story. I love that it could be an easy everyday go-to palette for me. Brunet Rose was the cooler tone palette. Still very nice. A very nice everyday go-to palette. But if you're expecting the Chanel quality as far as like these, or like that Road movie, or Vibrance and Serenite, I don't feel it's the same formula. I don't feel it gives the same oomph as those shadows. But if you like a softer formula, you really don't like a strong pigment, you'll really like them. Or you like looks with 1 or 2 colors, very quick 1 and done or 2 and done, They're great palettes. They're just not, in my opinion, they're not extraordinary. They're not like a must-have. If you're a Chanel collector, yeah, they're gonna be nice to have in your collection. The tweed bag it comes with, they're absolutely gorgeous. If you plan on using the palette, then the tweed design on the actual shadows, that'll be gone in no time. Unless you're a collector and you're one to get a palette for use and a palette for your collection, that would be a different story. I will have all those 4 videos linked down below. I bought the palettes in March. I've had time to play with them. I didn't at the time of filming. At the time of filming, they were new to me. I didn't know when they were going to come out. I didn't know anything about the collection. And now the tweed blushes are coming. I'm not sure when they are coming, but I do know they are coming. If you are not following me at A Merch Beauty over on Instagram, definitely follow me there. And as soon as I know release dates, I will be posting it in my stories. But releases, and dates and things like that are coming. I'll usually put those in my stories. So I'll definitely let you know when those are coming. I do plan on picking up a few. I don't plan on picking them all up. I don't know if it's their same blush formula. I did hear, since we all know Chanel's blush formula was amazing, and then they switched it and it was subpar. I did hear it was changing, but I'm not sure if it's changing with these tweeds, if it's changing later on. I'm not quite sure, but we'll all find out together. Okay, so here's the eye look without liner or mascara. Very light and airy. I went very soft with the brush as to not add too much pigment. It's Saturday late morning, early noon. I ain't going nowhere except Nordstrom. I don't gotta look in there like I'm going to Club Nordstrom, know what I mean? Let's see, let's talk liners. Like, look at all these new liners I have, and I haven't tried any. So with this eye look, let's see what will work. Nude Brun. That's a lip liner, isn't it? Oh, that's a lip pencil. You know what? I bought Nude Brun twice. Like, I'm sitting here looking and I'm like, wait, I have that here. And I bought it again. So we will set that one aside for a giveaway. So as far as eye definers, we have Brun Couvre, Graphite, Blue Jean, and Black Jade. Let's look at Brun Couvre. What shade is that? And this is the Le Crayon U. And it does come with a Chanel sharpener. The liner. Let's check out this shade. Very nice brown shade. And the brush on one end. I'm going to tight line. I love tight lining with a brown. It just really gives my lashes a really full effect. If tight lining does, if you don't have sensitive eyes and you can tight line, I suggest you give it a try. And definitely it takes some getting used to, even if you don't have sensitive eyes, it just tickles. But try not pulling and tugging at your eye just to do it. We need to avoid as many possible eye wrinkles and tugging around the eye as possible the older we get. Let's see how it glides on the waterline. That's nice. It's not too stark. It's not so brown it looks black. Still gives a open look to the eye, even though it is a darker shade. That's nice. Let's try the mascara. So my sales associate did send me the new mascara, the Noir Allure. So this is the one that opens just like the lipsticks. Like you push, it'll pop right open. But I want to give it a try. My favorite is the Camelia de Chanel waterproof. I have it in black as well as in brown, and I alternate them often. I absolutely love it. What she also sent me that I know I'm not a fan of is the Base. This is the mascara base to put on prior to your mascara. I'm just not a fan of it. I feel like it clumps my lashes, and I'm just not a fan. Here's the wand, which would look just like the full size. It is a harder bristled wand. It's a normal size wand, not a large one. I tend to like large wands. But this is nice. I have these little hairs here, and when I apply mascara, go in different directions. I don't know why. And it makes it look like I'm missing lashes, but in reality, I'm not. That's pretty. We gotta see how this wears. Because if this flakes or gives me raccoon eyes, it's definitely a no. I don't often use mascaras that are not waterproof, because I'm so oily that my oils will act literally like a makeup remover, like a oil makeup remover, and will just start removing all my makeup. And that's how I end up with the raccoon eyes. So here's the mascara. That's nice. Oh geez, I was going to Nordstrom to return and possibly buy the Lumiere. It wasn't to also end up with a mascara. But we're gonna see how it wears. But initial, it looks nice. I'm excited. So I'm gonna set this aside with the Lumiere samples, and we're gonna see. So here's the finished eye look with liner and mascara. Next, I want to try the Beige's Water Fresh Blush. I did pick up two shades. I picked up Intense Coral and Warm Pink. I think Warm Pink would be more of a look for today, but there's Warm Pink. I think that's gonna work. So what I want to do is I'm gonna apply it to my hand. I'm gonna rub it in, and then I'm gonna apply it and see, because I don't want too much of a pigmented blush. That's nice. So I did put it on my arm, and I broke the little capsules in the color and then dabbed in there with my sponge. That's pretty. That soaks right in. Like, you can't even tell it is a blush. I'm looking at my magnifying mirror over here like, wow, that is a beautiful, beautiful shade. So what I did is I applied it and kept tapping to see, since it is a liquid, can you still sheer it out if you feel you over applied? You definitely can. You definitely can. That is beautiful. So on this side, I put the pump and picked it up on the sponge without breaking the little capsules, and I definitely got more pigment that way. So I'm just going to tap a little more until I have the desired pigment I want. But that is so beautiful on the skin. Absolutely gorgeous. It seeps right in. It honestly seeped right in and looks like I may have applied it underneath, like a natural blush. Absolutely natural. I like that. And I'm not sure if the camera picks it up because I don't intensify my makeup so it looks good on camera. I apply it on camera exactly how I would step out. But this is the blush shade here. Once it dries down, it's so pretty. Although I feel that dried down nicely, I'm gonna go in with the Brun Russi with one tap and just tap it in. It's really not gonna give it much pigment, but it's a powder and it'll definitely set it. These oily girl problems. But I really like this blush. Okay. So next, I'm going to try the Rose Natural Long Wearing Lip Pencil. Let's give this a try. My Lips But Better type shade. Kind of blends into my natural lip color. That's a pretty color. I like that. I'm not mad at it. And I'm going to wear the Rouge Allure in 194. Looks like it'll go, yeah, goes well with the eye look, with the lip liner. This is such a pretty formula. I heard they're doing away with the Rouge Allure Velvet Extremes, but don't quote me. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what I heard. Such a pretty formula, such a beautiful everyday go-to look for me. I can say I am really liking how this Vida Lumiere is wearing on the skin. It's been 45 minutes. I like how it doesn't feel like I have anything on my skin. Like, you know, when you're wearing makeup and sometimes you go to scratch and you're like, oh, I know I can't because I have on makeup. And then sometimes you forget you have on makeup because it feels like you have on nothing. So you just like, okay, touching your face, doing whatever. That's what it feels like. Like, I feel like I have on skincare and SPF. So I really like that. I think I'm definitely going to pick up a full size of that if it continues to wear like this. It's beautiful and it just looks so natural on the skin. The blushes, the blush I definitely expected more of like a glow, but I really like how subtle these blushes are, but that you can intensify it and it's not glowy and dewy. But to finish this look off, and I'm sorry you can't get her anymore, but I'm gonna apply the Rev de Camellia illuminating powder, and I use it as a highlighter, just very subtle. I like the simplicity of it. I like how it blends into the skin. You can definitely use it as an illuminating powder or just a highlighter. I want to just apply it everywhere. I applied my brightening concealer and then here as a highlighter. I typically wear it over a cream highlighter if I want more oomph, but I'm really good with just that subtle glow today. That's it. I really liked everything I tried. I'm very excited to see how this mascara wears. If it wears nicely, I'll pick that up, and definitely the Lumiere if it continues to wear this nice. I don't think I tried anything that is new that disappointed me. The mascara looks good. The palette is nice. I'm excited. But Chanel's one of those brands that very rarely let you down. Thank you all so much for coming. Let me know what you think. And as we approach 2000, I will go ahead and include this Chanel liner in a future giveaway. If you're not subscribed already, I hope you consider doing so and joining the family. And until next time, don't forget, we're all perfectly imperfect. Bye.